Kudos to all the teachers who are doing a wonderful job during this lockdown. At the beginning of last year, your child was a year old. Now, today, your child is almost 3. Each day, the child is spending days within the critical years of his or her learning, the first 5 years of a child's life. It is important that the child gets the required stimulus to keep the physical, cognitive, emotional, and social growth going. Tough words. The child needs to be presented with enough age appropriate complexities and problem solving instances to learn frustration tolerance and adaptability skills. And most importantly, they need a high level of structure, the structure which Sumita was talking about, in their daily routine to keep a sense of predictability going. That makes young children feel safe and secure. Subscribing to a pedagogically appropriate and structured program helps a family to keep the stickiness to the routine going and to keep your child an age and development appropriate initiation into academic learning. So all the lovely moms and dads, just in case if you're looking for some tips on how to make the online mode of schooling easier on you and your preschooler, here are 8 points. First, make it feel special. Spend time in the evening the way you would be spending time when you are physically sending your child to the school. You pack the bag, you look out for the books, you look for the pouch. So spend some time taking out the dress to wear, packing bag, filling water bottle, putting in small dry snacks. That will make it keep the special feeling about the event going. Second thing, avoid rushing in the morning. Plan the sleep in a manner that the child is able to get full night's sleep and is able to get up 1 or 2 hours before the school starts. Each day have the same place for the class and go through the morning routine with love and not rush. Thirdly, give child more immersive experience. So what it means is having a wider screen to project the class and having an external speaker for clarity of voice instead of using a headphone. Yesterday, I was watching a webinar, and the moment I switched to playing it on a TV instead of my phone, I could feel more engaged in what was going on. So if this is what can happen to an adult, you can imagine how effective it can be for your child. Further, have a few interactive things like maybe chalk, a board, some paper, some crayons, whatever the child needs is what Sumita had shared to increase the chances of the child being around where you are. So it is okay throughout the class, child is only manipulating with the things you have kept. All right. Fourth, and very important, and especially which can help build an amazing connect of yours with your child. That is, become the peer your child needs at this point of time. And follow the instructions given by the teacher without pushing the child to follow. Remember, children learn as much from mimicking by observing you. So when the teacher says stand up and dance to the music, you do it without looking at your child to do it. Your child will either follow or will as much learn from observing you intermittently. Or if teacher says color the circle, take one paper for yourself, leave one paper for the child, guide the child to participate and not force. And with full enthusiasm and creativity, finish your task and show to the teacher. Fifth, keep the overall environment conducive for learning. We can't have another person watching TV in the same room, playing music, playing with toys, talking on phone. So you may want to shift to another room in that case. Sixth, very important, especially for really young children. Don't run behind the child or drag the child back if he or she goes away from the screen. If the need be, like I said before, you could keep the door of the room closed so that the child is in the same room. And you continue to follow the instructions being given on the screen. So don't worry. Today, tomorrow, the day after, your child would keep coming back to you. Right? Seventh, don't forget the welcoming ritual. Remember when your child will come back from a traditional school all sweaty and having done great work at the day? So no matter what was the level of participation of the child, don't give it conditionally. Give your child a big hug and welcome the child back home, similar to how you would have done it in the traditional setup, right? So it is always, wow, it was a very interesting day in the class, and now it's time to have some special snacks. So no need to remind the child about how the classes went, and no need to make the child feel guilty or something. Move on to the rest of the day. Eighth, continue with the concepts learned in the class in your rest of the day whenever there's a chance. Like if red color was introduced, then you can have special mention of red apple or red tomatoes. So when the child starts seeing a connect with the real world, the information becomes knowledge and then insight and concretizes. Finally, truly enjoy the class. Relive your childhood and let it be a connect moment between you and your child instead of a disconnect moment. This is a stage more of seeing the fun in learning to learn.